All right, some interesting discoveries on using balloons inside inside the piano. So I tried a lot of different ways of attaching them and different registers on the low end here. Interesting, this one is just a tied version, just tied it, basically just tied a knot around the string itself. Doesn't do a lot. It does a little bit of deadening the sound, but definitely brings out nice overtones when you play it softer with no pedal down, with no resonance from other strings. So there's an interesting sound there. This does very minimal, even though I lodged like 4 balloons inside that space in between these 2 strings. But then once you get into the next register, it starts getting more interesting, where you have 2 strings per note rather than down here where it's just 1 string per note. So here on the B flat, an octave higher, has a really warm envelope to the sound and a really nice spectral, like couple overtones at least. And different overtones come out at different times. I think it's that note comes out right near the end, the octave in 5th, but you don't hear it at all at the beginning. But you hear a lot of higher stuff at the beginning, but then it comes out later. And then with the pedal down, you get more percussion. Every once in a while, though, it does a little buzzing like that. And I think it has something to do with making sure things don't touch. I'm not certain, not totally sure though. And then the next register, similar characteristics. One challenge though is this was the first one I did, this was the second one I did. The challenge is not letting this get uncrumpled and then start touching other strings. Then it loses its power. It loses its concentration of, like, the material gets less concentrated, so it doesn't really make the same, it doesn't catch the same overtones, it doesn't really make the same resonance, it doesn't have the same complex effect, in my opinion. So be careful of that. Things unravel easily, which is why I just tied it over here. Got the idea, and then I just put a bunch of them over here. That's very dangerous too, because then you could just have it drop down, and it's not dangerous, but it's just a pain to have things drop down. I have to fish it out. And this is just really funny and stupid. Literally almost no effect to the sound, but really fun to watch.